Students often fixate on doing well on tests and assignments. They spend days studying, or sometimes they cram, but once the results are in, how much of the learned material do they retain? Some of that has to do with students. If they cram, maybe they really aren't learning, but a lot of it has to do with the type of assignment or test given by teachers and professors. Are they emphasizing multiple choice questions and asking students to memorize rather than requiring critical thinking with essay questions? What do teachers need to do for students to stray away from meaningless study habits and gravitate towards problem solving and reinvention? Research shows that rote memorization is a lower form of learning than critical thinking and other levels of learning. A study by the Chronicle Review found that a common learning curve for undergraduates is the inability to understand memorized information. That is because simple memorization doesn't train students for reasoning and comprehension. And even though memorization sets a student up to learn basic facts, it isn't the most effective way to understand complex information. Beginning from preschool, memorization is the very first building blocks to understanding deeper and more intricate concepts when students reach high school and higher education. The memorization technique does not negate the importance of being able to recognize key concepts, such as addition or subtraction. But if a student doesn't understand when to use these concepts, it creates future learning obstacles. Memorization is a foundational tool for learning, which should be appreciated, but simple recognition of a concept is not good enough to think critically and make meaningful connections. James Bloom, an educational psychologist, came up with a blueprint for achieving different learning milestones. Today, this educational framework is named Bloom's Taxonomy. 6 levels make up the concept: knowledge, comprehension, application, analysis, synthesis, and evaluation. Let's take a brief look at each level. Knowledge is the lowest stage and perhaps the most important in terms of setting the foundation for higher learning. It's the remembering stage, which enables teachers to notice their students' abilities to recognize and recall information being taught. The comprehension level addresses students' abilities to order given information in a format that makes sense and is understandable, like storytelling. Then we have application, where at this level, teachers provide scenarios and general topics for students to apply their comprehension into some sort of context. The last 3 levels are classified as higher order learning. The analysis stage includes taking basic elements of a single concept and defining the relationships between each of them. The synthesis level allows students to critique information and make judgments of a concept, like forming a hypothesis or interpreting a result. And finally, the highest level is evaluation, reorganizing and creating new ideas from old concepts. Memorization may be the lowest form of learning, but it does not equate to the lowest form of intelligence. As an educator, it is critical to be able to create lesson plans to meet each goal of Bloom's taxonomy, building upon something simple as memorization.